Black Ops 6 has removed the ability to two-box. You actually can still do it, but to go through the process of still doing it, it's just not worth it. I'll touch on that a little bit more, and I'll also tell you the best method that everyone's actually using now to get into bot lobbies. This is what the streamers and content creators are doing. It's just not as good, and it is a little bit more time consuming, I guess, to get into these easier lobbies. So I'll also tell you that method in this video as well. Now, first off, if you didn't know what two-boxing is, it's basically what all the streamers and content creators were doing to basically get these crazy gameplays, drop nukes like it's nothing, get 300 kills, every single game. Basically what they're doing is they have a second device, a second console or PC with Black Ops 6 on it, and they have another account, and on that account they've tanked the stats completely. So they have a super low score per minute. They've played probably like 30 matches and they've just tanked their stats entirely. And then what they'll do is they'll search for a match on that account. They won't join that account and search together. They'll search for a match with that bot account by itself, and then when that bot account actually gets into a lobby, they will join session and put their main account into that lobby. So then your main account is actually playing against all these players with a similar low skill level. Now there's a lot of people that actually two-box. They don't do it to actually sweat their heart out completely. They do it just to have a bit more of a relaxing, enjoyable time. You know what I mean? Like, people get home from work, they don't want to sweat like crazy. They just want to have, a bit of fun in a public match on Call of Duty like it used to be. There was a bit more variety. So a lot of people just two-box just to actually enjoy the game again. Because at the moment, the way public is played, it's essentially like playing a ranked player. And with this new update, what they've done is actually increase the SBMM even more and made it more competitive than what it was before. Now, the reason you can't two-box anymore is there's a lot of people saying it's a glitch. It's not a glitch, just because of the way it's actually done and how it's working now. This is intentional, and they have done it. No, that's not saying they could, and they won't address it. They will never address this, but they could definitely go back on it and change it, but it's not a glitch. So what they've actually done is, essentially, they've added like a hidden elo system in public matches, and you can't join somebody who has a lower elo than you, if that makes sense. So if you were two-boxing and you have a bot account, search up on your main account, and when your main account joins a lobby, your bot account can actually join your main account. That's because your bot account, like a lower elo, can play with players in a higher elo. However, higher elos can't play with people with a lower elo. So you can't play with players that are not as good as you, but you can play with players that are better than you. Now, I tested this out on 2 new accounts. So I had my bot account that was completely tanked stats, and I can with that bot account I can actually join my main account and get into their lobbies, but I can't join that bot account on my main account. Now, I made a fresh account, gave it similar stats to my bot account, that can join my bot account as well, and then I played like 5 games, got the stats up, and then it stopped working, so I wasn't able to join that bot account now. So essentially you can still two-box, however you have to tank your stats down to the same stats as your bot account, which isn't even worth it. You know what I mean? Like, it at that point it's pointless. You may as well just reverse boost and then play a couple games and keep reverse boosting. And that's how I know it's not a glitch, because lower skilled players can join higher skilled players, but higher skilled players can't join lower skilled players. They've done this intentionally and they will not address it. However, I do think it is possible that they could basically get rid of this patch, like, go back to the way it was before. If player counts keep declining, I think they will probably revert back to how it was. Now, I'm not saying I'm against skill-based matchmaking, but I do think it doesn't need to be as strong as it is, especially when you're playing public. It's like you're playing public matches now, and it's just like playing ranked play. What's the point in having public at all? It may as well just be ranked play all the time. There's no casual experience in a public match. It is just sweat out constantly. Get a kill, die, get a kill, die. Basically just want to keep everyone at a 1 KD. It's like that, I think it's the recon perk where you get the 3 blue perks and you can see through the wall. That just, they want to keep everybody at a 1 KD, and it's just get a kill, die. You die, you can see that one person through the wall, you can then kill that person that killed you. Now, the way that people are getting bot lobbies now, because they're still getting into these easier lobbies, they're still dropping nukes, they're still getting these high kill gameplays, is basically they're still using their bot account, and what they're doing is they've made another account and they're playing split screen with it. So they essentially got these two bots on the one console, and then they're just joining lobby with their main account and they're lobby surfing. So they're just trying to find easier lobbies with these two bots. And then what streamers were doing before, they were actually three boxing. So now they've actually got, they got the two bot accounts on the two different consoles, and they're just joining session and searching up together like that. So currently there is no actual workaround two boxing. Like you can't actually steal two box unless you have the same stats as the bot account. That's the only way you can join the lobby, which at that point is just pointless as using the bot account anyway. And that's how I know it's not a glitch. It's not a glitch. This is intentional. But like I said, they could revert this and go back to how it was if I feel like if player count, decreases or declines after this change, I think they will revert to how it was. And it hasn't changed in MW3 or anything like that. You can still reverse boost in that. It's only in Black Ops 6. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.